The whole karmic process is about this, that if you wish, spiritual process is just about updating your karma so that you take newer and newer karma which is in the stock. Normal people, see, I'm calling them normal because they're majority, I also want to be safe. I'm saying idiotic people, that's what I mean by normal. Idiots in the world will always see how to have limited karma. One who is on the spiritual path, who is on fire, wants to download the whole warehouse. But he knows if he downloads the whole warehouse, the hardware itself may break, it's too much. So, keeps upgrading, keeps on taking up more trouble, because we want all the troubles to be done as quickly as possible, constantly upgrading or downloading more and more. So it looks like those who are on the spiritual path seem to be, in terms of life situations, they're a little more tortured than others. But it's okay, as long as you're suffering, load is not a problem. Load is not a problem. Everybody goes to the gymnasium and does this. They're carrying loads because they think their body will improve with that. So load will only strengthen you unless you suffer the load. If you're suffering the load, then it's a problem. The problem is not with the load, the problem is that you are a suffering creature. If you are not suffering, what is the problem with the load? You will become very strong. There is a beautiful parable in the yogic culture. That is, it once happened, one young man took his cattle herd for grazing in the forest, which was normal part of life here because this is a pastoral culture. Largely, the wealth in this country was not land, was always animals, cattle. How many cattle do you have? That's your wealth. So, he took his herd to the forest. There, for the first time, he actually witnessed a cow delivering a calf. This is a tender moment. If you see how it happens, then you are, it's a wonder of the wonders that a new life just falls out like that. And the tiny little thing on fragile legs like that. He felt so touched by this. He picked up the calf, put it on his shoulder and walked back home. He got so immensely involved with this little calf. Every day he carries it to the forest, grazing and again bringing back on his shoulders. 8 years passed away. He was still carrying. By then, his reputation had spread across the whole region. He's a superman, he carries a full-grown bull on his shoulders and walks. Because the calf puts on weight slowly just like you. No, you're all good. He never realized, out of his love, he just carried this calf every day. Every day it puts on a few grams. After 8 years, it's become a full-grown bull, but he carries and walks. So his reputation spread right across the region as a superman who can carry a bull and walk. So this is what load does to you, that it will make you so strong, you can't imagine. But if you suffer the load, why should I carry this damn thing? Then it's a big problem. So one who is on the spiritual path is always seeing how to download new software and deal with it, not postpone it for tomorrow, not postpone it for another time. We want to deal with it now. Everything that's there in this, all the stuff, whatever, good, bad, ugly, I want to handle it now, not tomorrow. Are you okay? Everything, good things, bad things, ugly things, nonsense, whatever it is, we want to deal with it now. We want tomorrow like that. We don't mind today working our life out because we want to be done with everything, and if we sit tomorrow, we must sit like we are the beginning of creation. The beginning of creation, everything was still. Like that you must be able to sit, because the beginning of creation is also invested within you. When I say life, I'm talking about that which began everything is sitting within you. There are days dedicated to every kind of thing. I heard there is one bubble bath day. But a day for dance is a good reminder for human beings, because most of them have… because they're carrying a mountain on their head, many of them. Some of them are carrying the very planet on their head. Because of that, they cannot dance, because such a big weight. Their belief systems, their philosophies, their ideologies, their bloody scriptures, endless amount of burden. So you cannot dance. For dance, you must be a current life, not an ancient life. Can ancient people dance? How can the dead dance, I'm asking? Ancient people cannot dance. Only current life can dance. One who is alive today can dance. So if you try to live because your idea of value comes from its ancientness always. If something has to be good, it must be minimum 1,000 years old. Because it doesn't take any intelligence or awareness to value what is old. Like for example, Krishna means always dance. Well, after 5 or 6,000 years nearly, everybody says Krishna, Krishna. But when he was alive, there were all kinds of accusations. Only those who had a heart for him danced with him. Others, there was no social media, but there was still a society, small scale, all kinds of accusations. But now everybody appreciates him because long gone. Now it doesn't take any intelligence, you have already fixed him. Krishna is our God, so no problem, he is perfect. So, one who dances somehow is not fitting into your logic. So you need distance of time to appreciate him. But he's gone. Now also, Krishna or whatever other names is not about that person, it is about that dimension or that aspect of life. If Krishna or Shiva doesn't come alive in you right now, you worshipping the dead one, not of much value. If you're using him as an inspiration, all right, it's fine with me. Because you need somebody who's been endorsed by 1,000 generations of people, otherwise you don't have the intelligence to figure out what is valuable, what is not valuable. If you have to see value to something that's happening now, then you have to apply yourself. You have to experiment with your own life, otherwise you won't know. But to appreciate something that happened 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 years ago, very easy, because everybody has been saying so. This doesn't mean you will experience it. It is just that you will get some identity. You will join a major gang or a major fan club. You feel part of it, you will feel brotherhood. Brotherhood if you must have brotherhood, it must be with every creature on this planet. But if your brotherhood is only limited to a certain number of people, this is the beginning of tyranny. As that brotherhood gets bigger, it will become absolutely tyrannical. That's why most religions have caused more violence than anybody else on the planet, simply because brotherhood. Brotherhood with a limited identity is a disastrous process. That is why you must dance. If you dance, your brotherhood falls down a little bit. Very important. Because all this nonsense you have built on the dirty little logic that you have in your head. You got dirty little logic in your head. With that, you're trying to structure your life, and the heavens also decided by you what should be there. Even the content of heaven is decided by you, look at this. The quality of God's also decided by you. It's a good trick, but you are like a spider who's caught in his own web. A spider who casts web for his victims is a smart spider. But a spider who gets caught in his own web is a stupid spider. Yes. And that is what your psychological process is. As this web becomes thicker and thicker, your feet will become full of lead, it can't move. You must be little shameless about yourself to dance. Otherwise you're always worried, how do I look, how do I look, how do I look? You look like an idiot, so what? What is the problem in being an idiot for some time, huh? If you're really smart, you would like to play the idiot for a little while. But if you're stupid, then you're afraid that you'll be recognized. So, people are filling themselves with so much stuff which doesn't belong to life. If they fill themselves with this air, even food is good. Or fill themselves with all the sights and sounds of nature and life, they would feel like dancing. They fill themselves with philosophies, ideologies, scriptures, all kinds of things. Even logically absurd. Some of them are logically… they're dirty little logic. But many of them are not even dirty little logic, it's super dirty little logic. With such structures, they try to run their life. So no wonder, always feeling insecure, you think always your belief system, your philosophy, your ideology is under threat. Just look at the history of humanity. Those who strongly believed in an ideology or a philosophy or a belief system or a certain kind of ritual or practice, they are the people who killed everything on this planet. The dancing people never went about killing anybody because it doesn't occur to you. When your heart is full of joy, it doesn't occur to you how to kill somebody because you don't feel threatened by anything. You don't feel insecure. Because first of all, you got nothing to protect because you know there's nothing to this. Life is the magnanimity of creation. It's for you to make the maximum out of it. Maximum out of it means immediately people will think, see, today lot of young people are listening to me, they'll say, oh, this is it, Sadhguru is saying we must party, let's go out, but this damn lockdown. No. What you are saying is, you must fuel up to dance. No. What I am saying is, you must empty yourself to dance. I am talking about abandon. You're talking about putting spirits into yourself. These are two different things. Well, when you are drunk or drugged, you may act like you're in a state of abandon. No, you lost your awareness. That's a different matter. Coming to a state of abandon and losing your consciousness or awareness is a different thing. Do not mistake these two ever. If the dance itself is a drug, that is fine. But if you're drugged and dancing, not of much value.